Welcome back, everyone, to Stories That Shouldn't Be Told. Tonight's episode is about a hidden room in a new home, and what waited inside for the one who dared to open it. Every story is a warning. Some doors should never be unlocked. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and share it with anyone who loves a good scare. And let me know in the comments, would you ever explore a hidden room if you found one in your house? Your support keeps the stories coming. Now, let's begin. Jessica bought this 1920s colonial in upstate New York last month. Beautiful place, incredible price, the kind of deal that makes you wonder what's wrong with it. The realtor said the previous owner left in a family emergency and couldn't take the furniture. Perfect for a new teacher trying to save money. Maria was helping Jessica move in when the weird stuff started. The first night Jessica stayed there, she called Maria around midnight, terrified. She was hearing humming a woman's voice coming from inside the walls. Always the same haunting melody. Maria thought it was just new house anxiety, but Jessica was really spooked. She's not the type to imagine things. She taught high school math, everything had to make logical sense to her. The humming continued every night, always around midnight. But before Jessica started investigating the house layout, other things began happening. Strange things that made Maria seriously worried about her friend's mental state. Jessica began finding objects in her house that weren't hers. Old photographs of women she didn't recognize, all taken in what looked like the same house but from different decades. Pieces of vintage jewelry would appear in her bathroom drawers. Clothes showed up in her closet dresses from the 1960s, 70s, 80s, all in her exact size, all looking freshly cleaned. The humming got louder, more insistent. Jessica told Maria it felt like whatever was making the sound was getting impatient, like it was waiting for something. Jessica woke up one morning to find an antique mirror in her bedroom that hadn't been there before. Ornate silver frame, probably worth thousands. When she looked into it, she saw her reflection, but she wasn't alone. There were other faces behind hers. Women of different ages, different decades, all staring back with hollow, desperate eyes. They were mouthing words she couldn't hear, pressing their hands against the glass like they were trapped inside. Jessica called Maria, hysterical. Maria rushed over, but when she looked in the mirror, she only saw Jessica's reflection, nothing else. Jessica insisted the faces were there, begging for help, but Maria couldn't see them. After the mirror incident, Jessica became obsessed with finding answers. She started measuring rooms and discovered something impossible. There was a 7-foot gap between the kitchen and dining room that didn't exist on any floor plan. 7 feet of space that was just missing. She found the entrance behind her pantry, a hidden door painted over so many times it was almost invisible. When she opened it, cold air rushed out, carrying the smell of old roses and something rotting underneath. Maria begged her not to go down there alone, but Jessica was determined. She said she could hear crying coming from below, women's voices calling for help. That was 3 weeks ago. Jessica went down into that hidden space and never came back up. Maria found her the next morning. Not Jessica herself. Maria found Jessica's clothes neatly folded at the bottom of the hidden stairs, along with her phone, keys, and jewelry. But no Jessica. The police searched for days. The hidden room was there, just like Jessica described, a living space with a bed, rocking chair, and shelves lined with mason jars. But those jars contained things that made the investigators sick. Hair, teeth, fingernails, and other organic matter preserved in murky liquid. They found a journal with entries spanning 60 years, all describing women who had lived in the house. But the entries weren't written by a victim, they were written by something studying its prey. Margaret isolated easily. Took only 3 weeks to break her spirit. Susan was stronger, required more creative methods. Linda nearly escaped. Won't make that mistake again. The newest entry was about Jessica. Perfect specimen. Mathematics teacher, highly logical mind. Will provide interesting challenge before collection. What terrified Maria most was finding 17 driver's licenses buried under the floorboards. All different women, all from different decades. Jessica's license was among them, but her photo had been carefully cut out. The police investigation lasted 2 weeks before they gave up. No body, no evidence of actual murder, just a missing person who probably left voluntarily. Case closed. But Maria knows better. She knows something lives in that house, something that's been collecting women for decades. And she knows Jessica is still down there, somehow, trapped with all the others. The house went back on the market immediately after the police closed the investigation. Same realtor, same photos, same story about the previous owner's family emergency. And yesterday, it sold to a young woman named Amanda, who just got hired as a nurse at the local hospital. Maria tried to warn her, showed up at Amanda's work, tried to explain what happened to Jessica. But Amanda thinks Maria is just a grief-stricken friend making up stories. Amanda moved in 3 days ago. Maria drives by the house every night, watching for signs. Maria checked the property records at the county office. The house has been sold 20 times in 60 years, always to single women between 25 and 35. The realtor who's been selling the house? Her license photo has remained exactly the same for 40 years. Same face, same age, same kind smile. When Maria went to confront her at the office, she froze at the door. The realtor was alone inside, tidying paperwork and softly humming to herself. The exact same melody Jessica had heard in the walls. The same tune that had haunted the house for decades. Maria backed away before the woman could see her. Maybe the realtor wasn't the thing that lived in the hidden room, but she was connected to it, bound to it somehow. A willing accomplice, or maybe another one of its collected faces set loose in the world to lure the next victim. Maria's been trying to contact Amanda, but Amanda's phone goes straight to voicemail. Her car is still in the driveway, lights are on in the house, but she's not answering her door. The neighbors say they've been hearing humming coming from the house at midnight. In the morning, a new real estate advertisement was placed. 1247 Maple Street. Available immediately. Previous owner left due to family emergency. In the morning, Maria got a notification on her phone. Not one friend request, 17. Every name was familiar. They matched the licenses the police had dug up under the floorboards. Women from every decade. Their profile pictures all showed the same thing. Each woman standing in the hidden room, smiling in dresses that didn't belong to this time, their eyes hollow and wrong. At the very top of the list was Jessica. Same old account, but her new profile picture showed her clutching that antique mirror, one hand pressed against the glass from the inside. Her status read, We've all found our forever home. Maria, you should come visit. And that was the end of tonight's story. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more stories that should never be told. Your support keeps these nightmares alive, and there are many more waiting. Until next time, sleep well if you can.